Armando Christian Pérez, born January 15, 1981, known professionally as Pitbull, is an American rapper and singer. He began his career in the early 2000s and recorded reggaeton, Latin hip-hop, and crunk music under a multitude of labels. He signed with TVT Records to release his debut studio album, M.I.A.M.I, 2004, which was executive produced by Lil Jon. It moderately entered the Billboard 200, along with his second and third albums, M.I.A.M.I, 2006, and The Boat Lift, 2007. His fourth album, Pitbull Starring in Revolution, 2009, was supported by the singles I Know You Want Me, Calle Ocho, and Hotel Room Service, both of which yielded his mainstream breakthrough and peaked at numbers 2 and 8 on the U.S. Billboard Hot 100, respectively. After rebranding himself as a pop artist, Pitbull's sixth and seventh albums, Planet Pit, 2011, and Global Warming, 2012, achieved further commercial success. The former spawned his first Billboard Hot 100 #1 single Give Me Everything, featuring Ne-Yo, Afrojack and Nair, while the latter spawned the top 10 hit Feel This Moment, featuring Christina Aguilera. His 2013 single, Timber, featuring Kesha, became his second song to peak the chart, and did so in 18 other countries. His 2014 single, Time of Our Lives, with Ne-Yo, peaked within the chart's top 10 and led his eighth album, Globalization, 2014. That same year, he performed the song We Are One, Ol Ola, with Jennifer Lopez and Claudia Leite, which served as the official theme of the 2014 FIFA World Cup. Meanwhile, Pitbull made numerous guest appearances on a number of hit songs, including the Billboard Hot 100 top 4 singles I Like It by Enrique Iglesias, DJ Got Us Fallin' in Love by Usher, and On the Floor by Jennifer Lopez. His subsequent albums, Dale, 2015, and Climate Change, 2017, trailed commercially. His 11th album and first independent release, Libertad 548, 2019, focused on Latin hip-hop and was led by the singles No Lo Trates, with Daddy Yankee and Naughty Natasha, and Mi Querer Contigo, featuring Ne-Yo. His 12th album, Trackhouse, 2023, delved further into Latin influences. Pitbull has sold over 25 million studio albums and over 100 million singles worldwide. He has over 15 billion views on YouTube as of May 2020. He was ranked by Billboard as the 45th top artist of the 2010s and the 24th top Latin artist of the 2010s. Pitbull's other ventures include brand ambassadorship and for various entities, activism and philanthropy in Latino American communities, a radio station Pitbull's Globalization on Sirius XM Radio, and ownership of the Trackhouse Racing NASCAR team. As of May 2019, Pitbull has won 35 Billboard Latin Music Awards. Early life and background. Armando Christian Pérez was born on January 15, 1981, in Miami, Florida, to Cuban immigrant parents. While growing up, he was strongly encouraged by his family to take advantage of the privilege of living in America and the opportunities it came with. His family has a history of fighting against the Castro regime in Cuba. When he was 3, he could recite the works of Cuban national hero and poet José Martí in Spanish. He learned English by watching Sesame Street as a child. His father was largely absent from his childhood. His parents separated when he was young, and he was raised mostly by his mother, later stating, "My mom is my father and my mother." He briefly stayed with a foster family in Roswell, Georgia. His parents struggled with substance abuse. As a teenager, he was also involved with drug use and dealing, which eventually led to him getting kicked out of the family house. He attended South Miami Senior High School and Miami Coral Park High School. While growing up, he was influenced by the Miami-based genre of pop music and has cited Celia Cruz and Willie Chirino as sources of inspiration, in addition to rappers such as Nas, Jay-Z, and Snoop Dogg. He stated that Miami's melting pot characteristics exposed him to various cultures, which influenced his artistry and himself as a person. It's a melting pot. You know, it's a melting pot. You get a chance to grow up around so many different, I've grown up in good neighborhoods, bad neighborhoods, worse neighborhoods. But growing up around so many cultures, it's always allowed me to think out of the box and try new sounds and try new things. You learn something new from every culture, just like I learned something new from every record. Pitbull in 2019. He said he chose his stage name of Pitbull because the dogs bite to lock. The dog is too stupid to lose. And they're outlawed in Dade County. They're basically everything that I am. It's been a constant fight. After meeting Lil Jon in Miami, Pitbull was featured on Lil Jon and the East Side Boys album Kings of Crunk in 2002. Pitbull's song Oi was featured on the soundtrack to the film Too Fast, Too Furious the following year. In addition, Pitbull released several mixtapes, composed of freestyles and remixes of popular rap music. Pitbull also worked with Uncle Luke during his early career, being featured on Luke's 2001 album Something Nasty, including the single Lollipop along with Lil Zane. Career 2001 to 2003, Luke Records and TVT Records. In 2001, Pitbull was signed to Luther Campbell's Luke Records by Julian Booth, then the label's vice president of A&R. In 2001, Pitbull was introduced to Robert Fernandez of Famous Artist Music and Management, an independent label and management company specializing in developing artists, by the Diaz brothers, a producer duo signed to the company. Fernandez saw the eagerness and hunger he had and, with the Luke Records deal ending, began working to develop Pitbull. Together, they focused on creating a more radio-friendly sound. Fernandez later told Hit Quarters, at that time his music had a lot of verses and took a long time to get into the hook, and so he took time in getting the songs catchier and less on the rap side. Fernandez introduced Pitbull to Lil Jon, hoping to secure the rapper a small guest intro spot on Lil Jon's upcoming album Kings of Crunk. According to Fernandez, Jon took a liking to Pérez and offered him a track on the album. It is called Pitbull's Cuban Ride Out. This track helped raise the young rapper's profile. 2004 to 2005, M.I.A.M.I. In 2004, Pitbull released his debut album M.I.A.M.I, with the lead single being Culo, produced by Lil Jon and the Diaz brothers. It peaked at number 32 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart and number 11 on the Hot Rap Tracks chart. Other singles included Damn It Man, Back Up, Toma, and That's Nasty, both featuring Lil Jon. He joined the Anger Management Tour, the 2000 hip-hop concert tour headlined by Eminem and 50 Cent. Pitbull also appeared on the Yin Yang Twins single Shake, which peaked at number 41 on the Hot 100 and number 12 on the rap chart. Adas's chart-topping single Kama Sutra and Twist Has Hit the Floor, number 94 Hot 100, number 20 rap. Remix album Money Is Still a Major Issue was released in November 2005. It included new track Everybody Get Up, a duet with hip-hop /R&B group Pretty Ricky. TVT Records, Pitbull's label at the time, and Slip and Slide Records disputed over the release of Welcome to the 305, an unreleased album by Slip and Slide that Pitbull recorded in 2001. A Miami judge ruled that Slip and Slide had a legal right to release the album as it was recorded when Pitbull was a Slip and Slide artist, and prior to him signing with TVT Records. A U.S. District Court judge affirmed the decision further. TVT was then ordered in March 2007 to pay Slip and Slide $9.1 million for attempting to block the album's release to record stores and digital download entities. In 2005, Pitbull and rapper Sean Diddy Combs co-founded Bad Boy Latino, a subsidiary of Combs' Bad Boy Records label. It primarily focuses on Latin hip-hop, Latin soul, Latin pop and other tropical music and has offices in New York and Miami, Florida. Along with co-founding it, Pérez currently heads the A&R division of the label. 2006 to 2007, M.I.A.M.I and the Boat Lift. In January 2006, Pitbull guest-starred in UPN's South Beach. Pitbull recorded Nuestro Himno in collaboration with Wyclef Jean, Carlos Ponce, and Olga Tanyan. On Listen, the album, the debut album by Terror Squad member and Miami radio personality DJ Khaled, Pitbull performed on 3 singles, Holla at Me and Born and Raised, alongside other southern-based rappers. He dedicated the album to his father, who died in May that year. Along with the usual party-oriented tracks, Pitbull also included politically themed tracks in M.I.A.M.I 35. The album was released on October 31, 2006, and included singles Bojangles, I Chico, Lengua Afuera, Fuego, and duet with Puerto Rican singer Kenway, Dime, remix. M.I.A.M.I topped the Billboard Independent Albums chart and peaked at number 17 on the Billboard 200 and number 2 on the rap chart. Pitbull's third album, titled The Boat Lift, was released on November 27, 2007, spawned by the single's Secret Admirer featuring Lloyd on the chorus. Earlier, Pitbull announced that this album would have a more gangsta rap edge than his earlier albums. Subsequent singles included Go Girl featuring Trina, and the anthem featuring and produced Lil Jon, that song sampling the hook from the song El Africano by Wilfredo Vargas and the beat from the song Calabria by Rune Arce. Go Girl peaked at number 80 on the Billboard Hot 100 and number 36 on the Hot Rap Tracks chart, the anthem number 36 on the Hot 100 and number 11 on the Hot Rap Tracks. His variety show, Pitbull's La Esquina, debuted May 2007 and ran through 2009 on the M.I.A.M.I cable network. Pitbull also appeared on DJ Les Move Shake Drop and DJ Felly Fell's Feel It. 2008 to 2010, Pitbull starring in Revolution and Armando. Pitbull performing at the Allstate Arena, B96 Jingle Bash, Chicago. For his fourth studio album Pitbull starring in Revolution, Pitbull released I Know You Want Me, Calle Ocho, through Ultra Records after his former label TVT Records went out of business. Crazy peaked at number 30 on the Hot 100 and number 11 on the Hot Rap Tracks charts. I Know You Want Me peaked at number 2 on the Hot 100 and peaked within the top 10 spots of charts in the United Kingdom, Canada, Italy, and the Netherlands. The song reached number 1 in France and the European Hot 100 in the week ending August 29, 2009, according to Billboard magazine. I Know You Want Me ended at position 17 on the Billboard year-end Hot 100 singles of 2009. He later signed with Polo Grounds Music through Sony Music and created his own label Mr. 305 Incorporated. The single Hotel Room Service, which samples Push the Feeling On, peaked at number 9 on the Hot 100. The album went on to sell over 7.5 million worldwide digital singles and albums combined. On their second collaboration since Go Girl, Pitbull appeared on the debut single of rapper David Rush, formerly Young Bo Dollar, Shooting Star, also with Kevin Rudolph and LMFAO. An amateur video of Pitbull punching a disruptive audience member at a Colorado concert leaked onto the internet in late May 2009. Pitbull explained to MTV News that it was because the fan kept throwing cash around the stage, and after Pitbull pulled him up to the stage, he threw a stash of money right in Pitbull's face. That he was tapped by the Miami Dolphins to work alongside T-Pain and Jimmy Buffett to release a new fight song for the Dolphins. The city of Miami granted Pitbull a Key to the City honor on August 19, 2009. Another popular single from 2009 was Blanco, featuring Pharrell Williams of the Neptunes from the soundtrack to the movie Fast and Furious. Pitbull recorded a remix with Mexican pop diva Paulina Rubio for her single Ni Roses Ni Jiguites in November 2009. In 2010, Pitbull performed the rap section in the Haiti benefit song Somos El Mundo, a Spanish version of We Are the World that included a huge group of Latin artists led by Emilio and Gloria Estefan. He was also a featured guest on Janet Jackson's Heart, Beat, Love. In addition to Armada Latina, the fourth single off the album Rise Up by Latin rap legends, Cypress Hill, the song was produced by Jim Johnson and also features American salsa singer Marc Anthony. Pitbull then collaborated with Alexandra Burke on the single All Night Long. He was also featured on DJ Gatta's Fallon in Love by Usher. Pitbull released his full-length debut Spanish-language album titled Armando on November 2, 2010. He was also one of the most nominated artists of the 2011 Billboard Latin Music Awards. He garnered 7 nominations for Latin Rhythm Airplay, Song of the Year for Bon, Latin Rhythm Airplay, Artist of the Year, Solo Artist, Latin Rhythm Albums, Album of the Year for Armando, Latin Rhythm Albums, Artist of the Year, Solo Artist, Social 50, Latin Artist of the Year, Latin Digital Download of the Year for Bon, and Hot Latin Song of the Year, Vocal Event for the song I Like It alongside Enrique Iglesias. He also won Telehits Award for Most Popular Artist. 2011, Planet Pit. Further information, Planet Pit. Pitbull performing in 2011. In April 2011, Jennifer Lopez released Love, which featured Pitbull on 2 singles. Fresh Out the Oven did not meet with critical or popular success, but the second cut, On the Floor, was a certified hit. The single went on to make its Billboard Hot 100 debut at number 9, becoming the highest debuting Hot 100 single of Lopez's career. Pitbull released Planet Pit on June 17, 2011. Pitbull collaborated with T-Pain on its first single, which became a moderate hit, Hey Baby, Drop It to the Floor, which peaked at number 7 on the Hot 100. On March 22, 2011, Pitbull released his second single, Give Me Everything, which features American R&B singer Ne-Yo, American singer Nair and Dutch DJ Afrojack, who also produced the song and co-wrote it with Matt Howard, Pitbull, and Ne-Yo. 3 months later, the song became Pitbull's first single to top the Billboard Hot 100. It was ranked number 5 on the 2011 Billboard year-end chart. In August 2011, Lindsay Lohan sued Pitbull, Ne-Yo, and Afrojack in response to the song's lyrics referencing her name, I've got it locked up like Lindsay Lohan. Lohan objected to the negative connotation of the line and claimed that she should have been compensated for the use of her name in the song. The case was dismissed by a federal judge, who ruled the tune's lyrics are protected by the First Amendment, which covers freedom of speech and creative expression. 2012 to 2013, Global Warming, Meltdown, and Men in Black 3. Pitbull in 2013. On October 7, 2011, RCA Music Group announced it was disbanding J Records along with Arista Records and Jive Records. With the shutdown, Pitbull and all other artists previously signed to these 3 labels would release future material on the RCA Records brand. On May 8, 2012, he collaborated with the Italian DJ Gabry Ponte for the song Beat on My Drum. Pitbull's 7th studio album was titled Global Warming and released on November 16, 2012. Pitbull explained that the title reflected the fact that, much like the phenomenon of global warming, he has been around for a while, but all of a sudden, people are paying attention. The lead single from the album was Get It Started featuring singer Shakira. The third single was Feel This Moment featuring Christina Aguilera. The second single, entitled Back in Time, was for the film Men in Black 3. It was the first lead single for the Men in Black franchise not performed by Will Smith. The song, which plays during the end credits but is not featured on the soundtrack album, samples Love is Strange by Mickey and Sylvia. Pitbull supported the album with a world tour in the summer of 2013. In 2013, Pitbull released a diss track towards Lil Wayne called Welcome to Dade County shortly after Lil Wayne's rant on the Miami Heat. Pitbull made his film debut in Epic with a voice role of the character Bufo. He embarked on the North American/Australian summer tour with Kesha to promote both their albums, which extends from May to November. He released his song Feel This Moment featuring Christina Aguilera on January 18, 2013, and they performed it live at the 2013 Billboard Music Awards, as well as on the 4th season of The Voice. The song was a commercial success, peaking at number 8 on the Billboard Hot 100. Later he released the final single from his Global Warming album, Outta Nowhere featuring Danny Mercer, in late May. At the 2013 Latin Grammy Awards, Pitbull won the award for Best Urban Performance for his song A Cappella Manos Pariba. Pitbull announced via Twitter that he would release the extended play to his studio album Global Warming, named Global Warming, Meltdown on November 25, featuring guest appearances from Kesha, Kelly Rowland, Inna, Mohammed and Mayer Hawthorne. The lead single, Timber, featuring recording artist and tourmate Kesha, was released on October 7. The song peaked at number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 in 18 countries. Pitbull was featured on the early summer single Live It Up, marking his 3rd collaboration with Jennifer Lopez and Redone. Lopez and Pitbull performed the song at the Billboard Music Awards, American Idol and Premios Juventud. He also made album appearances for Priyanka Chopra, Flo Rida, Jessica Mauboy, Belinda, Jason Derulo and other artists. Pitbull provided the post-race concert at the Formula One United States Grand Prix at Circuit of the Americas on November 17, 2013. Pitbull hosted the 2013 American Music Awards on November 24, 2013. 2014 to 2015, Globalization and Dale. Pitbull performing with Enrique Iglesias at the Frank Erwin Center in Austin, Texas, 2015. Pitbull, Jennifer Lopez, and Claudia Leite performed the song We Are One at the opening ceremony of the 2014 World Cup. On February 25, 2014, Pitbull released a new single titled Wild Wild Love featuring recording artist group G. or Point L. It has peaked at number 30 on the Billboard Hot 100. On April 15, 2014, Pitbull released a single featuring Jennifer Lopez and Claudia Leite called We Are One, Ol Ola, from the compilation album for the FIFA 2014 World Cup One Love, One Rhythm. In May 2014, it was announced that Pitbull would host and co-produce a live New Year's Eve concert special from Miami for Fox, Pitbull's New Year's Revolution, on December 31, 2014. Pitbull left, with Claudia Leite and Jennifer Lopez performing at the 2014 FIFA World Cup opening ceremony. On June 12, 2014, Pitbull performed at the Arena de São Paulo as part of the 2014 FIFA World Cup opening ceremony. This performance saw him joined by Jennifer Lopez and Claudia Leite to perform the tournament's official song We Are One, Ol Ola. The song drew some controversy for not being a good enough representation of Brazil, which was the host country of the World Cup that year. Critics condemned the song's lyrical content for being filled with clichés about Brazilian culture, as well as for not containing enough lyrics in Portuguese. Others called it a bad, boring, replaceable pop song. In June 2014, it was announced that Pitbull would be receiving a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. On July 8, 2014, Pitbull released a Spanish-language single titled Como Yo Le Doy featuring Don Miguelo. On July 23, 2014, Pitbull released another single titled Fireball, which features singer John Ryan, produced by Honua Music. Around the same time, he announced his 8th studio album Globalization, which was released on November 21, 2014. On October 18, 2014, Pitbull released another single titled Celebrate, which was included on the Penguins of Madagascar soundtrack and later included on the album Globalization. Globalization was released alongside single Time of Our Lives, which was Pitbull's first top 10 hit since Timber, peaking at number 9 on the Hot 100. It also topped the Hot Dance Club Songs, Hot Rap Songs, and Rhythmic charts. On November 20, 2014, Pitbull released another Spanish-language single titled Piensas, Dil La Verdad, featuring Gente de Zona. On April 21, 2015, Pitbull released his 6th single on the Globalization album titled Fun featuring Chris Brown and peaked at number 40 on the Hot 100. On May 8, 2015, Pitbull released a teaser video on Twitter of his upcoming 2nd Spanish studio album and 9th studio album overall titled Dale. The album was officially released on July 17, 2015, and included the singles Como Yo Le Doy, Piensas, Dil La Verdad, El Taxi, and Baddest Girl in Town. The album led to Pitbull winning his Grammy Award in the category of Best Latin Rock, Urban, or Alternative Album. 2015 to 2018, Climate Change, Greatest Hits, and Gotti. On October 26, 2015, Pitbull released a new single titled Free.K, which samples Adina Howard's Freak Like Me in the chorus. The song was set to be the first single off his 10th studio album titled Climate Change. On January 7, 2016, Pitbull premiered the 2nd single from his new album titled Freedom, which also samples the Rolling Stones song I'm Free in the chorus. To coincide with the release of the single, the artist also teased a 2017 Norwegian party cruise. There is a campaign that launched in January 2016 in support of the cruise that is expected to last until later in the year. That same month, Pitbull recorded a song for the movie Ride Along 2 titled I'm 'Bout That. The song is unavailable on music platforms for unknown reasons. On February 14, 2017, Pitbull announced that Climate Change would be released on March 17, with pre-orders starting on February 17. Pitbull collaborated with American girl group Fifth Harmony on Poor Favor, released October 27, 2017, before announcing his 5th compilation album, titled Pitbull Greatest Hits. The 13-track album features 11 of Pitbull's most successful leading artist songs, accompanied by Jungle, with Stereotypes featuring Abraham Mateo and E40, and Locus, featuring Lil Jon, 2 brand-new Pitbull songs. The deluxe edition of the album released exclusively in Japan featured a 14th track, Celebrate. The compilation album was released worldwide on December 1, 2017. Pitbull released his first full-length soundtrack album for the film Gotti alongside Jorge Gomez on June 16, 2018. Pitbull is featured on 2 tracks on the album, So Sorry and Amore, featuring Leona Lewis. 2019 to 2020 YouTube History and Libertad 548. Pitbull collaborated with Indian singer-songwriter Guru Randhawa on the song Slowly Slowly, released by T-Series on April 19, 2019. The song's music video received 38 million views on YouTube within 24 hours, becoming one of the world's all-time most viewed music videos in 24 hours. Pitbull's 11th studio album, Libertad 548, was released on September 27, 2019. The album included the Spanish hit single No Lo Tratas featuring Daddy Yankee and Naughty Natasha, which is RIA Latin certified 6 times platinum, 360,000 plus sales. The album's second single 3 to Tango went viral for John Travolta's surprise guest appearance in the song's official music video. The album's third single Mi Querer Contigo was premiered at the 2019 Latin American Music Awards and peaked at number 1 on the Latin Airplay and Latin Rhythm Airplay Billboard charts in the United States. The album's first promotional single, Winning featuring Yoma y El Danny, is a part of the Boost Mobile Dale Moss advertising campaign. The album's fourth single, Get Ready featuring Blake Shelton, which was premiered live by Pitbull at the Super Bowl 54 Tailgate Tropicale pregame show, was later added to the Dale Moss advertising campaign for a series of pregame Super Bowl commercials for Super Bowl 54, and a remixed version of the single serves as the official theme song for the 2020 NASCAR Cup Series. The album's second promotional single, Cinco de Mayo with Lil Jon featuring Cheska, was released on May 5, 2020. The promotional single was performed live at the Premio Lone Waster 2020, and the performance gained over 2 million views on YouTube as of July 2020. The album's fifth single, Mueve la Cintura featuring Tito El Bambino and Guru Randhawa, was released on June 8, 2020. An accompanying music video, which was filmed in 2019 and directed by David Rousseau, was also premiered on that same date. On July 17, 2020, the remix of M.I.A.M.I, the original of which is found on Libertad 548, was released as a single. The song, titled M.I.A.M.I Remix, features Becky G and additional guest vocals from De La Ghetto. In 2020, amid the COVID-19 pandemic, LivXLive launched a partnership with Pitbull, which would grant the platform exclusive rights to concerts, behind-the-scenes, videos and more from Pitbull to be streamed to LivXLive's premium subscribers. On August 14, 2020, Pitbull released a new single, titled Te Quiero Baby, I Love You Baby, with Latin pop singer Cheska and American singer Frankie Valli. The single serves as a Latin interpolation of the original Frankie Valli and the Four Seasons 1967 smash hit single Can't Take My Eyes Off You. 2021, present, returning to touring, Trackhouse. On June 22, 2021, Pitbull announced across all of his official social media platforms the I Feel Good Tour, named after his single of the same name, and his first dedicated tour since 2017's Enrique Iglesias and Pitbull Live North American Tour. The 32-city tour featured special guest Iggy Azalea and began on August 20, 2021, in Clarkston, Michigan and spanned across the United States through October 13, 2021 in Tampa, Florida. On February 24, 2022, Pitbull performed with I Am Chino and DJ Dioro on the live debut of their late 2021 single, Discoteca, at the 2022 Premio Lone Waistro Awards. The song samples Around the World, La 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 La, by Eurodance group ATC. On April 11, 2022, Pitbull announced the Can't Stop Us tour with Iggy Azalea and Sean Paul. This marks the second consecutive year Pitbull has toured with Iggy Azalea. Pitbull and Sean Paul have previously collaborated on their hit song, Shake Senora, from Pitbull's sixth studio album, Planet Pit, 2011. The tour began on July 28, 2022, in Raleigh, North Carolina and concluded in Hollywood, Florida on October 19, 2022. On April 20, 2023, Pitbull performed a medley of his songs Let's Take a Shot, Me Pon Mal and Jumpin' with Vikina, Omar Quartz and Lil Jon at the 2023 Latin American Music Awards. On October 6, 2023, Pitbull released his long-awaited 12th studio album Trackhouse, featuring guest appearances from T-Pain, Elmika, Lil Jon, Elvis Crespo, Vikina, Omar Quartz, Nile Rodgers, Gypsy Kings and Zac Brown. It entered number 1 on the U.S. iTunes Latin album charts. Product endorsements. In 2010, Pitbull took part in the So Kodak campaign for the Kodak brand with Drake, Rihanna, and Trey Songz. He also launched a partnership with the soft drink giant Dr. Pepper, 93, as part of the campaign Vida 23, for which he recorded a song that featured on his album Armando. Pitbull also announced he has become the spokesperson for Volume 1 Vodka, in which he holds a majority equity stake, and Budweiser has chosen Pitbull to promote its Bud Light line of beer. The commercials currently highlight Pitbull dancing and gyrating on stage holding up a bottle of Bud Light. Pitbull has also purchased an equity stake in Miami Subs Pizza and Grill. In 2012, Pitbull was involved in an advertising campaign with Walmart, in which the Walmart store that received the most Facebook likes from June 18 to July 15, 2012, would have Pitbull visit and put on a show there. An orchestrated campaign entitled #ExiliPitbull, started by the Boston Phoenix reporter David Thorpe and SomethingAwful.com writer John Hendren, urged people to vote for a remote location, namely Kodiak, Alaska. In an email to the Associated Press, Walmart confirmed that Kodiak was the winning location. Pitbull visited Kodiak on July 30, where he received a key to the city from Mayor Patricia Branson and performed. David Thorpe, who had started the #ExiliPitbull campaign, was invited to attend and showed up. In November 2013, he started a fragrance with Jacavi Worldwide and Parlux Ltd. On May 19, 2015, Pitbull launched a new radio channel on SiriusXM Radio called Pitbull's Globalization Radio, which is centered around rhythmic, dance/EDM, and R&B/hip-hop product from artists from around the world. The artists celebrated the channel's debut with a private concert at New York City's Apollo Theater. In addition to launching his customized radio station, Pitbull also plans to launch a pair of projects within Demel for digital television. In 2019, Pitbull joined Boost Mobile to create a series of advertisements to expand Boost Mobile to Spanish communities. The promotional single winning featuring Yomo y El Danny from Pitbull's 2019 album Libertad 548 was used in the Boost Mobile Dale Moss advertising campaign that has been actively rolling out advertisements starring Pitbull and his backup dance group The Most Bad Ones. The song Get Ready by Pitbull featuring Blake Shelton was later added to the advertising campaign, also from the Pitbull album Libertad 548. On February 2, 2020, Pitbull was featured in a Super Bowl commercial for Super Bowl 54, alongside Jennifer Lopez, DJ Khaled, Alex Rodriguez, and Steven Van Zandt. The commercial was produced to promote hard rock and its affiliations. The commercial premiered during the second quarter of Super Bowl LAV. The commercial showcases the seminal Hard Rock Hotel and Casino, which is also where the music video for Get Ready by Pitbull featuring Blake Shelton was filmed. The music video was released on February 10, 2020. Business activities. Pitbull samples his Volume 1305 vodka at a sampling station at the Blue Flame restaurant in the Daytona Hotel prior to the 2024 Daytona 500 while business partner Priscilla Perez looks on. In 2011, Volume 1 Vodka, LLC signs a partnership deal for equity shares with Pitbull. In 2016, Pitbull assumed ownership of Volume 1 Vodka. Priscilla Perez, longtime friend and co-founder, is named CEO. This time Volume 1 Vodka is rebranded as Volume 1305 Vodka, with 305 serving as an ode to Pitbull aka Mr. 305, and Miami's main area code. Voli 305 Vodka becomes the first super premium handmade vodka in Miami, Florida. On January 15, 2021, it was announced that Pitbull became a co-owner of the NASCAR Cup Series team Trackhouse Racing. On August 15, 2023, it was announced that Pitbull became an investor of the restaurant chain Cilantro Taco Grill. Impact and activism. Determined to help the Latino community in his hometown, Pitbull's social impact focus for the last decade has been closing the poverty gap through educational initiatives. He helped start a tuition-free public charter for middle and high school called Sports Leadership and Management, SLAM, which opened in 2013 in Miami's Little Havana, the neighborhood where Pitbull grew up. SLAM now operates nationwide, including in Miami, Las Vegas, and Atlanta, with a 96% graduation rate. The school will be run by the non-profit Mater Academy. In response to the destruction caused by Hurricane Maria, Pitbull announced he will use his private plane to bring cancer patients from Puerto Rico to the mainland United States for treatment. On April 13, 2020, Pitbull released a single titled I Believe That We Will Win, World Anthem, which samples the I Believe That We Will Win chant during the COVID-19 pandemic. The song aims to inspire those affected by the COVID-19 outbreak to face everything and rise. An accompanying music video was released on May 7, 2020, on YouTube, and made its television debut on MTV. Pitbull is donating all proceeds from song sales, streaming and views to Feeding America and the Anthony Robbins Foundation. Pitbull is a vocal critic of communism and the Cuban government, having called on world leaders to support the 2021 protests against the Communist Party of Cuba. On December 31, 2020, Pitbull performed for a crowd of first responders in Times Square during the COVID-19 pandemic for New Year's Eve. Criticism. Pitbull has been criticized for the way women are depicted in some of his music, for example, song lyrics such as "She Say She Won't, but I Bet She Will," and "I Like That When You Fight Back" have attracted discussion about whether or not they could be contributing to the legitimization of rape. Campaign described him as an artist whose lyrics are routinely labeled sexist. Complex similarly noted that many view Pitbull as sexist.